Everybody, welcome back. Trackmania. Track of the day, track of the morning to you, track of the everything to you. Yesterday, author medal. Top 10 BC is pretty close to standard. Top 102 egg carton is actually like a little bit better than usual. It's weird noticing, it's not a lot of data points, but noticing the patterns of like, man, my Sundays seem to be pretty good. And oh my God, my Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Fridays tend to, maybe not be that bad, but today we're playing Jungle House. Is that correct? Let me go check Trackmania, Track of the Day, the laddies, Discord channel. Just gotta scroll. You gotta scroll a little bit. We just gotta scroll. Okay. Bronze is 44 seconds. Gold is 31. Author's 29. Average track rating, say about an 8.5. Lots of 8s, lots of 9s, couple of 7s, couple of 10s. I will be playing alone. Apparently GPS is forward today. That's the other thing I read. Ladies and gentlemen, I have set a brand new track record. 4 seconds. Okay. I noticed there's a little bit of an air brake in there. You're taking corners on grass. You're landing with a pre-turn. Oh, you're hugging. You're hugging. You're hugging. Okay. So you got air brakes, pre-turns, and hugs. I don't know if there's a cut on this one. Because what did I say? Okay, hold on. What did I say again here? Author's 29.224. All right. Give me a chance here. So we come over right off the bat. We go off. We air brake. Could have turned a little in the air. That's all right. It's a learning process. Come around the side. You pre-turn that and you give it a little air brake. Okay. So we got little pre-turns. We got little air brakes. That I would describe that as a big pre-turn. That's okay. That's not ideal, but it's okay. Similarly, not ideal, but we're just getting a feel for the track. We hug the corners here. We want to keep straight wheels. Hug the corners here. All right. Okay. It's all right. I love a short track. You know me. I love a short track. On top of it being a short track, I really, of all the possible, I shouldn't have laid off the throttle there, but of all the possible substrates you can drive upon in this game, grass is probably second tier for me, which is good. It's second favorite. Oh, that's not how you want those air brakes to work. And then that's the finish right there. Oh, you don't want to have to go up to... Okay, I see the problem. You gotta have a little bit more speed. Great aesthetics on this map so far. So this is more like it. Okay, land well. Probably turn the ghosts on a little bit earlier. It's been a common, not really criticism of me, but, complaint issued, which I think is actually perfectly fair. Now, again, we shouldn't just be laying off the throttle. We should be throwing a slide in there. It's kind of a bad habit. This is not great. This is not a great idea here. Let's put some ghosts on here. I got high hopes. Don't get me wrong. I think this is one of those tracks you figure it out early and then everything else falls into place. Like that was a smooth landing. Let me tell you. Now, squandered? Let's not call it squandered yet. Definitely should have hit the brakes there. Now, what do we like? Kind of hug the corners. Kind of hug the corners and then send it around. You're going to touch that tarmac. You're going to get a lot of speed out of it. You're going a little wider on this one. Preferably touching the dirt a little bit more. Going to be a few seconds behind if we even make it. Ladies and gentlemen, 33 seconds for a silver medal. Definitely room for improvement, let's be honest. That's really good braking if your goal is to go to the GPS. If your goal is to get a gold medal and set yourself up nicely for the turn, I would say mission failed. Want to go a little wide on this one. And we want to stay on the dirt there. That's been a consistent problem. If we can not rattle there, in the future, we will beat that ghost. So I'm not too worried about this one. Okay. So we're at 33 seconds. We got to get to 31. Obviously falling a little behind there, but Skrt. It's not good. We're getting there. You know what? I've been leaning back. I think it's time to lean forward. There's got to be... Has there ever been a study done on video game performance leaning back versus forward? I don't think it's a body language thing. Like, I know it sounds weird. I honestly think that it's like physics. Well, okay, I'm about to sound stupid. I think it's two different things, okay? Sure, maybe there's a homeostatic effect. When you're leaning back, you're a little bit more relaxed. When you're leaning forward, you're a little bit more tense. Maybe that allows you to, you know, activate things that need to be activated a little bit faster in video games. I don't know. The other thing is, I think... And you're gonna laugh, because don't get me wrong, I know how fast the speed of light is, okay? I mean, I know that it's c. Will you take that as a... Is it like 10 to the power of 8 meters per second? Like, I'm getting confused with Avogadro's number now and then, but anyway. It's fast, right? It's like the fastest thing that we know of. Name something faster than light. I don't know, maybe you can. But here's the thing, if you can name something that's faster than light, you are probably a student of physics right now. The lay person, if you ask them what's the fastest thing, they would say light, 10 out of 10 times. But regardless, something about like leaning forward, I feel like you see what's happening on the screen faster. As I'm saying it, I'm laughing because I'm recognizing how dumb it sounds. It's one of those things I've believed, but never really said out loud, and as a result, didn't realize how silly it sounds. But I'm also like, I think there's something to be said for it filling more of your vision. You know what I mean by that? Like, when the screen fills more of your vision, maybe it's easier to react to. Like, it creates... Because it's all about it creating impulses in your brain, right? And it requires a certain magnitude of stimulus to provoke a response from your neurons. So I'm like, I think that maybe the screen filling more of your view gives you more of a chance, or at least a more rapid activation of your action potentials to actually to elicit a behavior. You know what I mean? Now that doesn't sound stupid. That might be one of the smartest things I said today. Now, again, as always, we gotta learn from ghosts. And we can learn more from ghosts than just how to be spooky. That was a great turn. Now we want to be a little wider. We don't want to be on the grass so much, dude. We want our wheels to both be on the ground. Okay, we're still somehow holding this down here. We even made it over the tree, but I'm not impressed with that. We can do better. Honestly, I think the 31 is pretty... Like, this feels like a track that's kind of for me. And Electrum did say, I think NL's gonna like this track, so I can't let Electrum down. They've been right so far. It was not a good corner, but... I'm not saying we got the author medal in us, but this does feel like my kind of course. That was a good lap, but you know what? We're feeling it. We're starting to get it dialed in. Little turn. Big turn. Round the bend. Switch that weight. Oh, if we could just hold that. That might be a time for a slide. I gotta get it in my head, you know? Every time we lay off the gas, that's a good indication we probably should have been sliding instead. We got no speed here. This is not great. We are somehow up front. I mean, we didn't take the corner well last time. Might have been a slide situation. Right, John Rezesnik? Put your arms around me. I don't know, he's got a husky voice. I'm doing my best here. God didn't give me a lot in the vocal department. Speech, yes. I'll never be mad at my voice, because I think my speaking voice is relatively pleasant. You know, it's no bear taffy, but it's not unpleasant to listen to. Somewhere between bear taffy and John C. Reilly. Definitely that's a slide. Not a good way to... Okay, we're going to get there. We're just... Our brain's processing. You know, it's like when you load a JPEG. You know, every time you do an extra pass, it gets a little bit more representative of what it's actually supposed to be at the end of the day. And we're getting there. Like that. Oh, until we overcut on the grass. That felt exactly right. Good, good. Didn't lose confidence. We're not going to make it over, but, you know, we were like 1.2 seconds ahead. The gold is not in question. The gold will happen today. The author is not very far off from the gold, but it's far off in, like, relative terms. You know what I mean? I do want to see, like... Is it the gold medal that's going far to the left right off the bat there? I don't think it is. I think the gold medal is coming to the right here, and then cutting the corner. Oh, not like that, though. No, maybe the gold medal is the one that's coming to the left. I mean, there's only 4 ghosts. We should be able to keep a pretty good eye on it. Because you can cut... On dirt, especially dirt uphill, you can cut the corner pretty nicely. We're so close, dude. Like, this is what we have to do. I know, like, we're following suboptimal ghosts right now. No offense to the gold that is still, like, crushing us routinely. But, I don't think we're building bad habits. I think we're building good habits badly. There's a difference, sweetheart. Little tantrum. Just a little tantrum, then we get over it. Good. Hard to say if that's the right play, but we're going to get there. We're just see a little casual Trackmania. Had to lay off the throttle there, but I'm just trying to preserve the lap. It's the lap of our dreams. If we could not rumble there, dude. If we could just not rumble there. So we did cut off enough to get to the gold. That's a big improvement. Anytime you move up 7 positions like that, we're going to be pretty stoked. We're going for opponents from British Columbia. We do need to play with the egg card in a little bit more. Excuse me, why is one of my opponents from British Columbia actually from Sweden? Maybe they're from... Maybe they live in British Columbia, but they're from Sweden and they chose a Swedish flag. You ever think about that, you big jerk? Well, I didn't, so you know what? You got me on that one. I mean, I did think about it because I said it, but I didn't think about it first. So, I mean, you got me on that one. Also, one of them has my... No, that's probably me, huh? Yeah, that's probably me. Okay, don't touch the grass. Don't touch the grass. Well, this is still good, you know? If we could just get to the point where we're doing our lap more consistently, there's always that. It is a little bit later in the day here. I forgot to mention. We're on, like, late game Trackmania. Just didn't find, like... You need the right pocket of time to make Trackmania work. For me, we didn't find it here. I'm actually going to take a little... Just a quick pause to get some water. I'll be right back. A little dry throat late in the night. Alright, we've returned hydrated. Hydrated and ready to POG. I mean, dude, why not let it ride? Well, because the line is horrible. Okay, good idea. Dude, we're only 13 minutes in here. I don't know. Like, when I say I'm only 13 minutes in, don't take that as like a sign of like, oh, he wishes it was closer to being done. It's more like being, you know, having read through the entire test and being like, oh, this isn't so bad. And then you look at the clock and you're like, dude, that only took like 5 minutes to read through all the questions. I'm good to go. I'm pogged. Pogged. So I think we want to make sure. We got to get the verbal cues. Verbal cues are now on the bingo card. So, oh, hello, sweet ass boat. Long time no see. Apologies for the A word. I was reading a quote, which means it's not subject to demonetization. I think I'm taking the turn at the start here wrong. We need to be further to the left. Yeah, so actually, now I'm like, I don't think we go that far to the left at the start. I think we actually, if anything, well, maybe go to the right is not the right meta. We got stuck in the divot there, but maybe go straight, but turn your car. Then we get the, yeah, okay, so we just want to make sure we're kind of holding on the same line that we would expect to be on. All right, Jungle House. How about that? Acceptable? Oh, I should have gripped it and ripped it. But in my head, I was like, the wheels are turned right. The wheels are turned right. Good turns, lads. Good turns, lads. Okay, we're going to be I don't know. We're only 4/10 back. That was great gripping and or ripping, and then we ripped it and we ruined it. I've started to not be the guy that says ruin. I say ruin now. It's the way cool people say the word. You know what I mean? Trying to put a little sauce on the pronunciation. Like Aerosmith says, she told me to walk this way. Talk this way. Just give me a kiss. I don't know where I'm going with this. I don't know what the punchline is. I don't know what the tone of the joke is. I don't know if the joke is that there is no joke. I don't know. Full stop. I don't know. Okay? But I'm getting better at this. Okay? We want to make sure we're landing right side. Terrible rattling. But, oh, what, we didn't need to be 90 there. We didn't need to be 90 there. I don't think we're making up enough time. We really need to have enough speed to crush that bounce. Man, we lost a second at the end of this? That is absurd to me. I think if we maintain enough speed, like, I think we can beat this cohort. I know it doesn't look great right now. And that's because we're not doing very well. But if we start to do well, everything's gonna fall into place. But it's a very fun track so far. Definitely, you know, the kind of track that I would bless you. I would say is a breath of fresh air after a couple of tracks that, to be quite frank, didn't really appeal to me all that much. Beyond the normal Trackmania-ness. Alright, most important, where's my lap falling apart? Here's fine. You know, we're running with the Bulls in Pamplona here. We know what needs to be done. They are throwing in a little, sauce there sometimes, which I respect. Where we were losing it is on that ramp that we just did. You gotta remember, that was so good. You gotta remember, we're trying to take the pre-turn. We had too much speed and we rattled wrong. Okay, but that's great news. Turn slightly. Brake. Little slide early to set it up. Little slide late. Little slow. Little pre-turn. Good landing. Good landing. Keeping your wheels straight there is going to save you a lot. Come around here with a little slide. No. Okay, it worked. Little slide here. No, no, no. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I'm running the bus anymore. I don't know if I'm driving the bus. I don't read the script, man. The script reads me. We're not making it. That was a good lap. I'm surprised we were not further ahead of our POG. Personal bust. Okay, good pre-turn, dude. Keep those wheels as straight as possible. I did lay off the throttle. I'm not going to tell a lie. You could all see it happen. Don't rattle too much. I'm like, oh, we lost so much speed going lateral there, dude. Half a second back. It's a good lap, don't get me wrong. That's the golden lap. We're not on the silver lap, but I do in my heart of hearts see at least knocking on the author's door in my future. I'm upset. We're gonna get there though. Okay, good turn. I will say, the thing with the Trackmania map like this, very hard to get the banter going, dude. Because every lap is just non-stop. I mean, you're gonna make me say it all. If you're gonna make me say it, I'll say it. It's non-stop POG. The POGs don't stop. It's worth noting, by the way, 14th to 20th is separated by 0.3 of a second. This is not exactly one of those situations where you'd be expecting just beating this cohort to set you up for greatness. I also, anytime I see a track that's getting like non-stop 9s and 10s, you and I both know that the level of competition is going to be higher than usual. People who normally would be like, let me know that, you know, people who normally don't go to the movies are going there for Endgame. This is Endgame right here. Or at least, you know, Iron Man 1. Did lay off the throttle, and I support my own throttle laying offness. If we get that, dude, we're on the verge. We're knocking. We're knocking on Buckaday's door. That's an old Canadian ad. If you want to buy a PC, it's $1 a day. How long was the term? I don't know, like 20 years, but... The whole gist of that ad is you could... I mean, come on, you could... Why is it everything is like... You know, they market it as less than the cost of a cup of coffee. You know what I mean? Here's something I'm gonna hit you with. Maybe it's a little bit of a hot take. A lot of things are worth less than a cup of coffee a day. So when they say like, oh, is this cost less than a cup of coffee a day? That was a great laugh. We can get it. I'm like, it should cost less than a cup of coffee a day. 365 cups of coffee is fairly valuable. Like, don't get me wrong. If you're like, hey, we're going to give you, I don't know, like home insurance. Or like car insurance for less than $1 a day. That's insanely cheap. If you're watching this and you're like, my car insurance is less than a cup of coffee a day, I want to know where you live. My car insurance is like, I don't even want to say it. You're going to be mad. It's more than a couple cups of coffee a day. Let's put it that way. Which makes sense because, you know, if you hit somebody with your car, once you get over the deductible, they're going to pay for the car and I guess not their medical bills, considering where I live, but you get the idea. But, you know, that's if I went to an insurance company and they were like, hey, it should cost less than a cup of coffee a day, I'd be like, you know what, good sales pitch. And sometimes you're like, yeah, of course this costs less than a cup of coffee a day. It's worth nothing. Okay, so it's not a good turn. Like, if you want me to buy into some of that stuff, you're gonna have to change your sales pitch. That's all I'm saying. You're gonna find something that's worth less and be like, it's less than, you know, the cost of buying Netflix once a day. Then I'll be like, I don't know. The metaphor's gone off the rails. Let's be honest. Slight turn to the right, air brake in the air, full throttle turn, maybe with a little hook at the start. Okay, we lost too much speed there. Dude, honestly, we got the dream lap in us. Slight turn to the left, which I said was a turn to the right, because I never learned my directions. Okay, come around here. That's not a good corner, but dude, I'm telling you, we are there. Slight turn to the left. Land with a skirt. Send the skirt around here. Don't drive on the grass. You're not Patrick Stewart in Extras, okay? Good stuff. This is good stuff. See, we're exiting way too far to the right on that. We had it for a while. We were in the zone. We're no longer in the zone. Confirmed the zone has left us. That's all right. We're going to get the muscle memory back. Better. Good air brakes. Kept the wheels moving pretty soundly. Thought I was like, if I could turn this way on the grass, I'll actually get a little leverage. We did not get any leverage, unfortunately. Okay, good. No, you gotta cut it. Yeah, okay. I mean, we're gonna be slightly slow, but in competition. Good wheels. That's the most important thing. As long as your wheels are good. We're way on the outside of that. Yeah, this should be impossible. I was just gonna say, if we had just the right landing, because if we carry a little bit more speed in there, it's all about getting over the bump. If we can land on the downslope instead of the upslope, anything could happen here. It's tough because you wanna be close to the apex, but you don't want to be that close to the apex. I don't know, these guys are all closer to the apex than I am. That was our best turn there in a long time. Good grips. Good grip. Grip it. Keep gripping. We did cross faster. That is not the dream lap. We are pretty close to the top of the cohort, though. I'm telling you. Oh, this is better. I think we lost a little by taking the turn so outside, but that'll allow us to carry more speed. So, you know, there's a constant trade-off. Good grips. You just gotta believe there. Keep the grip going. Keep the grip going. No. We still made it. Okay, good. Dude, that was a great cross. We cut off 6/10, dude. That's a big move, especially we're only top 11 BC. Are you insane? That was a great lap. That was an incredible lap. Oh, I've realized right off the bat, we learned something. Go a little heavier to the right, and then you take a little pre-turn in the ground. A little pre-turn on the, unless that's a person that actually finishes behind me, in which case I ignore your advice and substitute my own. Good grips and rips. Straighter wheels. No, bad corner at the end. Good lap. Dude, I really think this is one of the... There's some days Author's out of reach. There's some days Author is too easy. Today really strikes me as a day where we can POG up and be the difference. You know, I think we have the ability, if we have the greatest lap of our young lives, to send all the other drivers to the gulag. We did improve. Let me go check the Author medal today real quick. Because I know we're getting close. It's so much scrolling, dude. It's a popular track. It's a popular track. Author, 29.2! Oh no! 29.2. Alright. Maybe the Author is not within reach. Because I wouldn't say that I've ever thought we've had a perfect lap, but... You know what? This is the perfect time to go change opponents, play alone, and then you click on the stopwatch, and this is where we start to do some yeah. And honestly, I think that's it. I don't want the ghosts that are on my level. I want to be forced to compete with the good ghosts. Get that mouse pointer off the screen, dude. Okay, so you don't go right to left. You just take a little bit of a leftward bend. Brake in the air, obviously. No brake lights on there. Only I'm braking there. So you know what? That's incredible intel. Slight leftward turn. Brake in the air. I wouldn't say that it's necessarily better yet, but okay, you cut it tight. You cut it tight, and if you can hold that, the tarmac is going to embrace you. The tarmac's going to embrace you there. It's going to be like a warm hug, I can tell you. I can tell you, okay? Way late. Okay, so they're turning much earlier than me. That's alright, we're still in there. We're still... I'm telling you, these ghosts are going to be performance-enhancing ghosts. Better turn. Still a little on the outside. And didn't land wheels straight, but... You can tell it's still doing numbers. Where are you going here? Not into the wall, huh? I really would have thought into the wall would be the way to go there. Apparently, though, I'm mistaken. I can't believe we even held that corner, to be honest. We're going to have a little speed. We're one step away from oblivion and 2 steps away from perfection. This looks familiar. It's how, like, all of our runs started when we were fishing for being best in the cohort. Okay. So you just veer slightly left. Land. Immediate left turn. I waited too long. I can already tell I'm going to be high on this, which means we got to do a little sneaky something there, which is going to slow you way down. Okay. This first corner's got a high degree of difficulty. Okay, that seems about right. Land, immediate left. Immediate left, immediate right. We were about 0.1 seconds fast on that. Little heavy on the rightness here. It just means we come a little faster on the inside edge, which is actually not a bad thing. Speed's going to be lower here. But I touched the wall, so that's irrelevant. Very slight leftward turn. Good. Good landing. We're all... I don't know. I'm not gripping it as well as they are there. I feel like Are they not braking? There's no way they'd be laying off the throttle, right? Because as I've been told many times, you're not supposed to ever take your hand off the throttle if a slide would suffice. So surely that can't be true. But remember, every time, you know, when you race well in Trackmania, but it's an easy day, so what? You don't learn that much, right? When you race well in Trackmania, and it's the kind of day like this where, you know, it seems like there's a lot to be learned, that changes everything. Oh, you want to land further to the left? There, okay. That changes the game drastically. You know, we're going to improve a substantial amount as a result. I can't believe I didn't think about landing to the left on that turn, dude. It makes too much sense to ignore. Because if you... to the left on that jump, I think is a smaller jump in terms of the distance you have to make. Or in terms of the displacement, maybe. Acceptable. Acceptable corner. And good air brake. Great speed. I think I just glanced the wall. You can tell, right? Like, this is a 30-second map. There's not that many elements. It's not to say it's an easy track. I actually think it is a relatively high degree of difficulty on some of this stuff. And getting the gold, even the gold, was not that easy. But this would be a severely pogged day for the author medal. Grip it! I believed in the grip ability. Somebody put the super slicks on. I need mediums. Or inters. Is that? No. Forget what... look, I haven't watched F1 in a little while. If you got a problem with that, well, F you. What? You can't say that. Again, just keep in mind, you know, I would love to beat some of the ghosts that we put up there. These are some high-quality Trackmaniacs. Like, VGR wins. Whenever we play on the NLSS, VGR comes first out of, like, 70 people every single time. So, you know, it would be amazing for me, and definitely confidence-destroying for them, if we were to come out with a dub here. But it's not necessary in order for us to be pogged. We took way too much on that, but we're getting there, dude. We're getting there. We don't need to beat them. We just need to use them to beat ourselves. Good. Wheels didn't turn too much. We're going to be a little slash a lot off on our line, but... oh, and then left. We got to commit to the left a little harder here. Here's the thing. If we don't get the author medal, we don't get the author medal. That's not how you want to take that corner. If we don't get the author medal, we don't get the author medal. But I do think, no matter what, setting a PB while using these ghosts is a good lesson, you know? Because we're not... again, like, I always use, like, there's a couple of different hallmarks for what I use for anecdotes, right? One of them is school, and one of them is, you know, working out, one of them is programming, blah, blah, blah. This one is programming. You know, everybody is good at learning a skill, and in this case, we're using programming as a surrogate for that, but when it's easy, everybody thinks that, like, why would I pay for school? I could just self-teach. And admittedly, if what I'm about to say doesn't apply to you, then you can self-teach, and you'll be totally fine. Everybody's like, I'm not gonna pay, you know, for college when I could just do free code camp or whatever, or, you know, I could do the Helsinki MOOC, or I could, you know, sorry, I'm defaulting to muscle memory on this, but it's actually kind of working. And it's all well and good, but, you know, when you're programming stuff that is fun, it's easy. Where things become challenging is when you're not getting the constant dopamine release, but the stuff that you're learning is insanely important. And some people, I think, have the backwards idea. They think that if learning is not fun, then it's the fault of either the material or the educator. I disagree greatly. I think some things that are important to learn simply are much more difficult to you know, make entertaining. Like, a lot of people, I'm not saying this is a great example, but like, nobody's favorite module when I was learning Java was unit tests. You know, everybody was like, you know, it's hard to teach, admittedly, because you're like, I don't see the. We're making these assignments where literally debugging them can take like 10 minutes. You're like, oh, I got an array out of bounds exception, you know, easy enough. So it seems like, why would I ever need these? But it's important, I'm told. And that's where I think people wash out most of the time, you know? When you're learning, hey, this is a data type, now write these two things together and add them, and now you can make like a little blackjack game, and you know, hey, look, I made a calculator, isn't that amazing? That's all good, but it's, you know, when this, you got to learn the stuff that's kind of like tedious and painful to learn. You know, that's where I think learning those skills is even more valuable, because you're learning two skills at once. One skill is the skill you're learning, the other one is how to learn a skill when you're not necessarily entertained 100% of the time. And that's where we're at in Trackmania. Not to say that we're not entertained for the time being. I let go of the throttle there. That one's on me. In my head, I was like, if we could just land that, dude. But, yeah, that's where we're at. Not to say it's not entertaining, but, you know, we're not getting that constant dopamine release of, like, everything's going great. But that should only serve us better over time. Even this, I'm like, dude, let's grip it and rip it. We're getting there. We're getting there. Again, we went through this already on this track. So we know what's coming. Definitely straighter wheels on that landing. We holding? We holding? I hear me. We did hold, but just barely. I think, you know what, first off, I think the ghosts might be going a little faster than me. And that's allowing them to make the jump better. But I also think they're actually, that little move they do at the end is less about hitting the ramp at the right angle in order to not bounce, but I think that that it does help, and they do have more speed, so that's another reason they're not bouncing. But I think that it's less to do with that and more to do with the fact that it's very important to pre-turn that section. That's not great. If you pre-turn that section, you can take the corner on the inside instead of the outside, which honestly seems like it might save you a lot of time. I'm not saying author metal time, but I'm not saying it. I really, what are we at? 38 minutes? That's nothing, dude. That's nothing. We're breaking this track down. This is analysis. This is game tape. That one was just way out of the pocket on muscle memory. It was not even close. Okay. Little bit off here, so maybe a little slide could help us get back in. Kept the wheels straighter. We were gonna go over there, so I think we just held it together, and this is where we get to test our theory a little. I mean, you can see the difference immediately, right? We even kept more speed, which is gonna make that section faster. That's 29.5, and dude, I feel like we got the keys, because that was not even a good lap in advance of that. So that 29.5, we got to get to 29.3. It did require a little bit of tech. Oh, that was not a good lap. That was not a good turn. We were great at the start, and I got cocky and lost it. We need to cut 2/10. I'm telling you right now, that's no problem. There were 2 moments we lay off the throttle where we don't need it. And even this section at the start, we screwed up real bad. There's one moment where I also laid off the throttle again. Not this one, but we were pretty close. I'm telling you. Big ups to the egg carden ghosts, which is a weird, it almost sounds like a Neutral Milk Hotel lyric, but big ups to the egg carden ghosts who are allowing me to stay in here, teaching me new tech. Don't hit the wall. I think that was it. But honestly, if we can do it there, we could do it again. This is inspiring. This is inspiring stuff. We did have to hit the turn a little suboptimally. We're gonna rattle. That one's not even worth it. If you can't, that's like the start of the pinball machine. You know, if you don't get out of the tube, just the ball's gonna roll all the way back down. And similarly here, we're way too far on the right. Seems like there's kind of two entry points people seem to like here. I gotta be honest, I think I'm a bigger fan of being on the right side. Oh, that's like horrible. I think straight ahead, and then maybe a little. Okay, why mess with it right now? You know, that's the real question. You should be asking yourself is why are you messing with it now? I lay off the throttle here. Did it less there. Don't think I gave myself. Yeah, I didn't give myself enough of a pre-turn. But we were kind of in there. I'm telling you, we got it. Leftward movement. Rip and rip as soon as you land. You want to be left side, then immediate pivot to the right side. Good air brake and strong speed. I think we lost too much speed by taking that corner. Ooh, that's close though, dude. We lost too much speed by taking that corner at too sharp of an angle, but we're just waiting for the perfect moment, you know? Eventually, all the stars are going to align for us here. Didn't lose traction there. Maybe we did, I guess. Oh, if we could have gripped and ripped, we would have been out of here. But no matter what, we were late on that one, I could tell. No matter what, real pleased with my performance today. Even if we don't PB again. Real pleased. We're knocking on that Author Medal's door. An Author Medal that, to be honest, if I had known what it was going to take in advance, I would have thought it unlikely. That was a great entry. It's a shame we screwed up the start of it. Twice. Super suboptimal line. I just thought maybe we had enough speed to get over it, but that's okay. Come on, we just need one more PB. That's it, just one more PB. And again, we know the inefficiencies of our previous PB, which really is part of the reason it was so amazing we got it in the first place. There you go. A gentler turn into a fuller speed ramp. Didn't quite pre-turn it enough. Sorry, I think I'm dipping out of the frame. I turn with the car. I turn with the car. Little outside, but again, you know, if it was easy, everyone would be doing it, right? Still holding. I don't think we didn't pre-turn at all, and the rattle's gonna kill us. We're really, like, consistently, we're one element away from getting that green medal, and this is the singular quest for the green medal right now. You know, in Happy Gilmore, they say green medal, gold medal, who gives a crap? It's me. I'm the guy who gives a crap. Really? Not only did we squander a 2/10 lead, but we turned it into basically a 2/10 loss. What the heck was old me doing in that section? I think we gotta have a sharper pre-turn. I think I'm disbelieving in the value of the pre-turn. We're at 44 minutes. I ain't sweating it at all. The people deserve this one. Did clip the grass, but again, not good to clip the grass. Unless your parents tell you to, then you can clip the grass. But clipping the grass is not what we want to do. But Is it the difference between us and a PB? In most situations here, probably not. This is good. Very acceptable entrance to this element. That we needed to be able to grip and rip that. Rattle crushed us there. We're so close, dude. We're so close. I know we were 4/10 back, but that's really like, you know, we weren't 4/10 off. I know, like, mathematically we literally were, but being 4/10 off is really like being 1/10 off at the wrong time. I know we got this one in us. Nope. I mean, it's worth noting, you know, our PB is really bad relative to our new tech at the start, but extremely good at the end. I mean, that's not a good example of that, but... So if we could just be pretty good at the start, and then pretty good at the end, the PB is standing in weight, you know? Like the way that Chad Kroger and Josie Skrt refused to be in the song Hero of the same name. Great-ish move. Okay. This is a little regression. What do you do when you get regression? You shake your shoulders out a little bit, and you do the fundamentals right. Landing there with your wheels in the perfect position. Landing here with your wheels in the perfect position. I don't think we need to let go of the throttle, which is going to save us a little bit here. Big pre-turn. Maybe not that big. Alright, maybe we should not tell ourselves big pre-turn and instead tell ourselves normal pre-turn. Because that was a big pre-turn that was a little bit unnecessary. But at least, like, this ain't NASCAR Lakeside, you know, where it takes us 10 minutes to get back to where we wanted to be. But I will admit I am losing... That's not a good air brake situation. I am losing a little bit of confidence that we're going to be able to aspire to the level I want to be at. You know as well as I do, old me's coming, dude. You know what's weird is that the bad air brake was better through this section. So I'm like, I don't know, maybe we should keep the bad air brake going. The freaking checkpoints, dude. I'm leaving so much paint, we're gonna have to open a Sherwin-Williams there. Sherwin-Williams is a paint store in North America, maybe also Europe. I honestly don't know. This is no... You can grip it, you can grip and rip. You can grip and rip. I did pre-turn, but I was a little on the outside edge. Ladies and gentlemen, a new PB. It's so much worse that, like, the one where we hit the finish line now is like we were 2/10 at the final element. You know what? There's got to be a 2/10 up, I should say. There's got to be a way for us to figure this out, because, like, we're not gonna catch the ghosts that are at 28 point whatever. Not in an hour anyway, or whatever amount of time we're gonna allot for ourselves. However, it was so good too. We don't need to cut off. We need to cut off 2/10. The good news is we've kind of moved our problem. You know what I mean? Like, we've gone from... I don't know about this one, boys. We've gone from good start, bad end, or bad start, great end, to, like, okay start, okay end, which is what we said we needed to get a new PB, and it turned out to be right, but kind of wish it didn't now that I'm thinking about it quite honestly. You know what I'm thinking also is, like, what if we actually took that second last corner wide to gain more speed to maybe make it over the hump better? I don't know why I laid off the throttle there. That's a pretty bad decision. This is resilience. This is also the luxury that comes from having recorded a lot of other videos today, knowing that, you know, however long it takes for me to make something happen in Trackmania is not the end of the world. Yeah, that one was not going to come to pass. Man, time flies when you play this game. In my head, if I had to approximate, I would say that this has been a 23-minute long video. It's also amazing to think, like, okay, it's a 30-second long track. We've only finished it like 20 times. So how many attempts have we actually seen? Enough. Good gripping. Better ripping. Really? We cut off 0.004? That one, I honestly thought we were in a good position. Clearly we threw at some point. Good hold, good hold. Better angle on the downhill. Okay, dude, that's where we're gonna make up our time. That's where we're gonna make up our time. It's hard to follow in there. I'm telling you, the ghosts are getting a little bit more than you would think. They're getting a little bit because they're taking it inside, but they're also getting the Tony Hawk's downhill jam to give them a little bit of extra marmalade on the way to the finish. But I mean, we've cut so little in 2 PBs that it's infuriating. But I do not let it get me down here. We need to, you know, we've made optimizations that are suboptimal. Certainly an element for me of, like, we could improve that corner right there. Maybe this corner right here, too. Yeah, they take that corner a little wider to get more speed, so maybe they make it over the hump without rattling so much. I think that's our mission. This corner, you know the deal. First gray split of the day, I think. This, you know the deal. We just do it. This, do what you gotta do to not hit the things. Now here, take it a little wider. I don't know. I think we got too much marmalade. We made up a lot at the end there. I've got newfound resilience. I know what it takes. Try again. 50 to 53 minutes. All right, now it's not no time. Like, this has been a long one. It's amazing how much you lose on this. I mean, like, you know, we should learn from these ghosts and recognize that, you know, as long as you don't clip the grass, definitely seems like being slightly to the left is powerful technology. That was pretty much bang on. Realizing my wheels for a long time have been too curved on the land, or too turned on the land. We need our wheels to be slightly straighter upon landing. And we're going to be way on the outside of this one, but just keep those wheels. You want to keep the wheels straight so you can drive straight onto the tarmac. And once you hit the tarmac, you know, you got the vectors like John Carmack. This is still fine. Yeah, you want to land like as close to that right edge as possible. And I mean, like, this is, you know, minor stuff made major by the stakes right now. I will say, if I had thought that the author medal was going to be this far away, would I have still done it? Not on a normal day. Not on a normal day. On today, sure. I'm very proud of my rankings today. Because I think that were it not for the fact that this track is very well liked, the rankings would look that much better, you know what I mean? Oh. Like, I think the fact that this track is loved by the community so far setting me up to look a little worse than I feel here. That's fine. It's alright, we relax, we take a deep breath. We act like we've been here before. Now that's definitely a rattle that maybe an air brake could have been useful for. Grip it. The grip has been ripped. Not enough speed. Probably too heavy of a pre-turn. Yeah, okay, because we want the marmalade there. Now this has become like obsession. This is fixation. This is the prestige. Now, if you're waiting for my track review, I'm going to call it. I think that for me, this track settles in the 8 range. Gain some speed there. I do like it. I like it a lot, clearly. I mean, I gave it an 8. Sauce? If we gripped it and ripped it, we had sauce. We had so much extra speed if we had not touched the grass. I felt the sauce. It was pre-made sauce there. It was ready to go. We just had to open the can. That was great. That was good. We should take that first one a little wider. We're still in this, believe it or not. That's perfect. Little turn. Little marmalade. We're gonna get a new PB. There you go. There you go. What's the author medal today? 29.224. Ladies and gentlemen, we have awoken from our previous slumber. And you know what's isn't that the one where I said we could still make it? We were behind by like 200, well, 2/10 going into that. So we have it. Again, we just need a set of tools. We need a man with a very particular set of skills. I will find you. I will kill you. I don't have money. If you're looking for money, I don't have it. What I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills that would make me quite the nuisance for a man like you. So that's from the Liam Neeson movie Taken. I was playing the whole plot of the movie Taken in my head right there. I do not like the movie. I do not think it's a bop. I'm willing to tell you right now, do not think it's a bop. We got a nose over it, dude. We got a nose over it. Oh, BC's hot today, boys. 29.224. There's still improvements to be made. Little high on this one, you can tell, but maybe just a little sauce. I told you the sauce was in the jar. And the jar is a jar. It's a singular jar, but it's also slightly opened. But it ain't a door, it's a dobo. Oh, we were right there, dude. Okay. Honestly, I feel bad for everybody else on my relevant leaderboards, simply because of the fact that today's track of the day is awoken me. You're seeing a version of me as a racer you've never seen before. No banter. Exclusively fixated on the lines and the speed and the wall to the ramp to the wall to the floor to the... Okay. Here's what you do. Just drive. Clear your head. And remember, what did Ken Miles say? As you speed up, things actually slow down. Now that's not great. I'll level with you, that element there is not particularly great. That's a great corner. We had too much speed. We were like a rocket coming out of there. Remember, you just clear your mind. Remember, as things speed up, they slow down. As things speed up, they actually slow down. Oh. Shouldn't have touched the grass, but I don't think it's a terrible time to touch the grass. That was a subconscious air brake. I don't know if it was a good one. Gripped. Ripped. Incredible torque. Good pre-turn. No marmalade. We chose burnt rubber instead of marmalade. Bad idea. Doesn't go well on toast. You know it's coming, though. You know it's coming. Any run could be the run. It's a great time while we're at maximum viewer retention. Let me remind you, if you enjoy the episodes, please do click the like button. It helps out a great deal. Helps keep the Trackmania series going strong. Helps incentivize and reward hour-long videos like this that are algorithmic poison. This is like your favorite croissant sandwich place when everybody else in the neighborhood has pivoted to cronuts. We had a little pre-turn, little marmalade. Little marmy? Little marmy! So close, dude, so close. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful start. Rattle didn't hurt that much, huh? Well, probably shouldn't have done that. If anything, I think I've also learned, I don't think I've paid enough attention to the ghosts on this. I think I've also learned that the dream is you don't hug the first spire that hard. This is nasty. But you definitely, oh my. You hug the second spire. Or you don't hug the first spire, you take the turn in such a way that you recognize that the turn is of secondary importance. What's of actual importance is setting up for the one after it so that you don't have to hit the brakes or lay off the throttle. This is going to be interesting. A little wide, or a little tight on that one, I should say. Should have no chance. Clean at the end. Very clean at the end, but yeah, we're gonna end up behind by about 2/10 there. This one's a grind, dude. This one's a heavyweight boxing match. And I wouldn't have it any other way, because I think our skills are growing by the second here. And once you get into this flow state, dude, it feels good. That was a tough one to grip and rip, but we did it. I accept that. I accept we just lost a little bit at the end, but we're so close. We were ahead for a bit. We screwed up one corner, and then it all snowballed from there. Little on the outside there. It happens. I bit the bullet early on that one. Yeah, we want to go a little wide. Not that wide. Not that much of a pre-turn, I think. Oh, maybe. I don't know, dude. We still made it across. This is all I could ask for in the moment. Oh, I gotta tell you, today it's a punishing author medal. Normally, you're like, I'm searching for the PB, searching for the PB. You find the PB. You're an author medal. Or the author medal is so out of reach that you're like, I'm not too concerned about it. Today is like, you're searching for the author medal, and it's like trying to mine obsidian, you know? We're seeing like little cracks appearing in the stone. We're just shy of breaking through to that delicious nougaty center. Just grip it. It's the most speed we've ever had through this section, I'll promise you that. We chose burnt rubber instead of marmalade, yet again. We're good. It's the length of a full-length feature film coming right up. This is one that I don't want to give up on. We were in there. We were in there. I don't know where we need to get time from our ghosts. That's the scary thing right now. This is like my current PB is already above my classic view of my own perfect race. So really, I'm like, I'm giving her all she's got, Captain. I got nothing left in the tank here. We're trying to get blood from a stone. You know what? Maybe the stone's got a little blood in it. You ever think about that? Making a face like we're eating 20 warheads at once. There you go. We gotta figure out, I don't know, I don't think it's a slide, I think it's like a timing thing. But there's no denying the ghosts are a lot better on that corner than I am. Ladies and gentlemen, we chose Marmalade. 29.233. We are 0.09 away from the author medal. And I think we lost something on the final turn there. So there's knowledge to be gained. Let's put it that way. I think we also did lay off the throttle there for a brief moment on my PB. Had to lay off the throttle there for a second, but we lost even more at the end. Dude, I can't believe that was a half second behind. I also definitely cannot believe we're 0.009 off of the author. Like, that's kind of cruel. You know what? The game didn't plan for it. It just is what it is, right? So we should probably restart anytime we don't get perfection. But I'm like, you know what? Just give me a chance to drive angry and see if we improve upon our position. See if we get some muscle memory we didn't know we had. Bro. Okay. We weren't really 0.148 ahead, to be honest with you. Because it really depends where you enter that element from. But I know I can't believe how perfect our perfect lap has got to be, apparently, but I mean, how much are the authors the major ghost players beating us by? It can't be that much. Oh, this is not where you want to be. Sorry, drive angry for a minute. We want to be much gentler on that corner. That's exactly the way you want to enter that one, though. Lost another half second there somewhere. Crazy to think that a pretty good lap is a half second off, and the author medal is 0.009 away. It's the sort of thing that'll stick in your craw a little bit. It's the sort of thing you're going to remember. We're way on the outside here, which is normal for us on that corner. So we got to really, like, we're losing a lot on that. We're losing a lot on that. Let's just call it like we see it. So how do we not lose a lot? I think it's really, you know what? I think these son of a guns are drifting a little. The way the car looked to me, I think they're drifting. Or no sliding or something. There's some kind of, they're doing some form of technique. You're witnessing angry driving right now. And I will not apologize. I won't apologize. That's the corner, though. That's like a 2/10 corner right now. See that, like, on my screen, I felt like it looked right. Clearly, that's not the case. This is a great element, though. 387. I just want to see if we're going faster here. I mean, that's not going to help. Getting a little silly at 1 hour and 10 minutes. Again, it's school. sweetheart. It's a school night tonight. I don't believe it. Temporarily, we were running with the best bulls in the world. We were in Pamplona, but for real. How do we do it? I don't know. Broken watch is right twice a day, right? Gotta give him the Kubrick stare. Land, turn. Little liquid grass tension experiment there, unfortunately. Stay on him. You're gonna be about probably 4/10 back. This is where you make it up if you get lucky. There's so... I mean, how many waves of progression and regression have we gone through now? Like, it's embarrassing to me. We knock on the door. We go, knock, knock, knock. They go, not yet. Come back in 5 minutes. We come back in 5 minutes. They're like, not yet, not yet. Come back in 3 lifetimes. You know what? I'm not coming back in 3 lifetimes. I'm coming back in 5 minutes. The way you said the first time. Great, great, great. No pre-turn is going to crush us here. Lost a little speed, I think it's fair to say. Your viewer retention was lower than average for this video. Viewers watch less of this than your average content. Yeah, YouTube, that's because it's freaking long, okay? Now I'm like, you know what? It's a 7. There, I said it. You want an 8? Make a more realistic author medal. Your author medal is insane. What should the author medal be? Whatever my time is right now would be a good start. Have you no mercy? I have a child en route. I got things to do. And yet here we are, 1 hour and 12 minutes. Really, honestly, should have ended the video when we got like a 31-second time. But then we'd be robbing one another of this incredible narrative that could come to pass right here. Literally, like, if you make a slight misstep, go home. Just go home. There you go. You've already lost. You've already missed your chance because your wheels turned 2 degrees too much. Sorry. Sorry, you were 0.12 seconds too short on the gas there. Or too late on the gas there, I should say. So I regret to inform you that your time is wasted. Why don't you just copy the ghosts? Why don't you just copy what Lance Armstrong did in the Tour de France, you know? Why don't you just watch game tape on Serena Williams and do what she does? Okay? It takes practice. Some of it is even, like, physics-driven. You gotta recognize these people that we're watching right now, they're expert drivers. I also want to recognize the splits are liars. Because when you take them, you know, it depends on a lot. Let's not call them liars. They're good indicators. We screwed that one up badly. We're in a good spot, too. But, you know, what's more important than the time that you make it through the indicator is your speed when you make it through the indicator, especially the ones at the end. So it's less about beating... Well, let me put it this way. The only meaningful one we have to beat our ghosts to is the final one. And if we're capable of doing that, we're not going to sweat anything else. I think it's not possible at this point. Great torque. We can at least get some practice on this. No, we're going to lose even more time, I think, at the end here. Well, especially because we're not going to finish. So at some point, cooler heads have got to prevail. I got to stop recording. Sincerely. I don't want to. Got a longer lead time on the tarmac there. I don't know if that's going to be what we're looking for. It's not going to be what we're looking for. It's a little, it's salt, but it's salt like, it's personal accomplishment salt, you know? All I mean by that, should have kept the wheels straighter for sure, is that, you know, this is not salt like, oh, the tracks, like, it's like, you know, when you're lifting weights, 400 pounds is 400 pounds. You know, if you can't lift it, you're not ready yet. You might get to 398 and then think, next time I go to the gym, I'm going to get 400 easy. And then you get to the gym next time, you might be lifting, you know, 395. Maybe you screwed up somehow. You know, it's not the way progress works. It's not always linear. It's not always the way you expect it to go. Ladies and gentlemen, we did it. Okay, get me out of here. Oh, I saved the replay. I meant to exit. We've done it after an hour and 15 minutes, hour and 16 minutes. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button profusely, please. Top 4 BC. Dude, we're right up there with Dominati, which is amazing. They must have had an off day. Top 54, pardon me, in the egg carton. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya.